Hi there, I'm Dan Jones, and this is Travels with Daniel. Hope you're doing well today. So, earlier this week, I was talking about fear and how the fears that we have from our abuse can alter the way that we perceive the world around us and the choices that we have. Today, I want to talk about fear as it affects our faith and how to combat it. Fear is an emotion, and it's a very powerful emotion when we give it room in our lives. But I believe firmly that the deceiver, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, uses the fear that is a part of our emotions, something that God gave us, against us to take away hope. So what do I mean there? God gave us a wide range of emotions when he created us, and none of them are bad, but they can be used for bad. For example, fear is not a bad thing. Fear keeps us from being eaten by mountain lions. Fear keeps us from jumping off a mountain without a parachute on. Fear can be good, but it can also be bad. The fear that I'd talked about, that I would grow up to become an abuser just because I'd been abused, it altered all the opportunities that I thought I had in front of me. If I'd have kept that fear, if I hadn't spoken about that fear, there's the very real possibility I never would have had a child. And that would have robbed me of an opportunity in my life and a blessing. It would have robbed me of the opportunity of raising my wife's older daughter, first daughter, from a different marriage. Because I would not have put myself in a position where I could abuse somebody if I thought I was going to be an abuser. So people that don't believe, that aren't believers, they have fear. Just like people that are believers have fear. And some of that fear comes in our mind. But some of that fear, I do believe, is driven by the deceiver to keep us away from hope. Because hope is what allows us to trust in God. When we hope, we believe. We believe in the promises that God has provided for us. We believe in salvation. We believe in a future. We believe that he's going to restore us. That all the things that have gone wrong in our lives can be fixed if we place our hopes in Christ. And Satan will use our fears to work against us, to erode our faith. Does this mean that we lose our salvation? No. I'm secure in my salvation when I doubt, when I have fear. But it robs me of the hope. And that hope is what can keep us going sometimes. So how do we combat fear? Well, if it's a mountain lion, run. If it's a mountain, don't jump off it. But if it's a fear that's inside us, we speak about it, and then we speak faith to the fear. We speak faith that God will see us through, because all things work to the glory of God for those who believe in him. Faith is important to me. It has seen me through years of turmoil. My natural inclination is not to trust. That's because of my abuser. My abuser got me to trust him. And by getting me to trust him, he was then able to manipulate me. And by manipulating me, abuse me. So it's affected every relationship that I've ever had. That fear is pervasive, but I speak hope to that fear. I know that God has placed amazing people in my life, and he's given me amazing blessings. These last 3 years, as I've started working on my sex abuse case, and then the last 2 since I really started working in it, has seen a lot of changes in my life and a lot of just turmoil and pain and sadness and angst. Yet all along the way, people that have been placed in my life have been supportive to me. And by and large, most of them are believers. But there are people that are not Christian, okay? In other words, they don't place their faith in Christ, but they place their faith in the truth of God. And those people have been supportive to me also. And God moves everybody to help each other. After I'd written the narrative of my abuse for my sex abuse case, I consistently felt this thought. I thought, I don't deserve to live. And amazingly, when that feeling would bring me low, these people that had been placed in my life would just out of the blue call me or text me or message me and lift me up. That's not accident. There's no such thing as accidents. That is the hope that we were promised. And so when I'm afraid and I fear how things are going to go, I find that even if I have just the smallest amount of faith to just speak my faith, just speak it, even if I don't feel it deep in my heart and soul, if I speak my faith that God will see me through, it calms me. So speak faith to your fears. Speak your fears and speak faith to your fears. God bless and have a good day.